everybody. Thank you for being here. Our client this semester was Majestic Pet Products, and my name is Kelly.
My name is Zenda.
My name is Eric. Hank. Alex.
All right, to give you guys a little overview of what we're talking about today, we will do a brief background. We will introduce our Rescue Rewards program, which we worked on today, or this semester. We'll talk about our campaign outcomes, our goals to reach those outcomes, our successes, future suggestions, and our experience. And I will be passing it off to Eric to begin the background.
So a quick background on Majestic Pet. They established in 1994. They are a manufacturing company that focuses on dog and cat products, such as dog beds, cat trees, dog collars, leashes, etc. They are an online-based company, but they have wonderful other stores that sell their products as well, such as Target and Walmart. Majestic Pet, they build this credibility about their brand because of their three main core values. One being the actual product itself, it's good quality. Two being the customer service, and three being that it's an American-made product. So now that Majestic Pet has gotten so much success, they want to get back. So in doing so, they created a rewards program. The rewards program is designed to give back to rescues and adoptees in three easy steps. One, the rescue signs up at the Rewards Rescue website. Two, the rescue gives the new adoptee the info about the program. And three, the adoptee buys a product on the rewards program website, and I hear ka-ching, rewards and cash. The rewards program is worked on a 10-20 system. These are two examples. On the top, you see that the rescue decided to use the 10% frame, where they are going to get a cash value at the end of their quarter. And as you see on both examples, the rescue parent gets a 10% discount regardless of which method they choose. On the second one, you see that the rescue home decided to get a 20% Majestic Pet product value. And yeah, so now Hank will be talking about the three outcomes.
So we had 3 intended outcomes for this semester for our client. Number 1 being developing their content for their website and flyer. Number 2, to increase their social media presence. And finally, number 3, the event on November 16th. So I'm going to get into goal number 1 of our campaign, which is the content development for website and the flyer. So the first time we met with the client, they had presented us their ideas about the webpage. They had detailed information, but some of their wording needed to be simplified. So what we did was to rearrange the content, organize all the tabs and links, and also suggested visual aspect of the testimonial page, making it more reader-friendly and active. And here's a little snapshot of the before and after pic, so you guys get a little sense of it. And to continue on, the team also did some modification to the flyer design. We transformed the original flyer idea into a two-sided one to fully utilize our resource. Also, we decided to tie in the flow chart that Majestic Pet had onto the backside of the flyer, so it clearly explains how the Rescue Rewards program works step by step. The team also added the correct information as far as the percentage-wise, and also the client's social media accounts onto the chart in order to directly guide our potential target audience to their website and their social media platforms. The edits we did elaborates the message on the flyer while it is transparent enough so we won't confuse the reader. And since the program launch is postponed, the website is in the development process. So the client has submitted our website content to their webpage designer, and that will be put into use in the early January 2015. Alex.
All right, and I'm going to be talking about goal number 2, implementing some of the social media presence. So originally, we were tasked to create and develop a pamphlet that they had given to us, and we're going to make some edits to it, and it was designed to send to rescues so that they could get more knowledgeable about the program, something they could have physically, and then they could explain it to the adoptee parents, kind of how everything would work. But kind of getting closer to the event time, the client decided to change their mind, didn't fully develop that. So we want to still use some of our content that we already had put together. So instead, we translated some of these into Instagram posts and social media content. So here's 2 examples of some of those. And one thing to note is throughout the pamphlet, we saw that, and the flyers, that they didn't have very many cat pictures, and they do make a lot of cat products and cat trees. So we wanted to add some cat photos to demonstrate that and connect with that consumer. And I'm going to be transferring off to Kelly.
All right, so our 3rd goal this semester pertained to the event that we did on November 16th. It was called Race for the Rescues, and it was in Silverado. And we had this event too. It was initially the official launch, but since the launch changed, it became just like an awareness day about the program and to see what kind of feedback we were getting back from our audience. And then so here is something like we learned. It was really windy, but another booth had a photo booth, but theirs was pinned up on that fence there. Ours was like a freestanding, so that was getting too dangerous because it kept blowing over. But this booth was able to still have their photo booth, and they did have people coming and going, and it looked successful for them. So in the future, this would be a nice idea to do an event, so then weather wouldn't be so much of an issue. So and then now I'm going to pass it to Zenda, and she's going to go into the specifics of our day.
Okay, so last month on a Sunday, it was really, really windy. So all the things that Kelly just mentioned right now, they were all the plans we were supposed to execute, but due to the wind, we didn't get to do any of it. And the wind actually caused some issues. So the first issue, for example, was the event required all the booths to take down their tents. So it wasn't a booth anymore, it was just a table. So Majestic Pet also didn't have a banner. So the most important thing was to be at the event and was to increase exposure. But the problem with the wind was that a lot of people were passing our table and they didn't know who we were. And secondly, Christy and Tram actually had iPads as well to use at the event for potential rescues to sign up for the rewards program, but there was no reception or signal. And just on top of that, we didn't get to use any of our plans, so we had to improvise a lot and collaborate as a team. And we actually resorted to more traditional methods, which was more of an interpersonal communications with all the participants there. So here is some pictures at the event. And the next picture here is Eric and Kelly working really hard. And here's Tram probably feeling stressed out, like we were all stressed out from the wind. And the great thing about the table was that they showcased a lot of their products. These were all giveaway products, so that really increased exposure for the table. And a lot of people were signing up for raffle tickets, and we passed up probably around 40 to 50, and that was good because a lot of people didn't just want to win it, they wanted to buy the products. And unfortunately, we weren't selling any products, so instead, we decided to hand out a lot of business cards, and we told them to go on the website, purchase some products, but we also mentioned about the rewards program as well. So our intended outcome for that was to hopefully have some participants maybe just go on the website and refer any potentially interested rescues or adoption centers to the rewards program. And some more pictures. Here are some dog beds, and some dogs were just wanted to climb on top of it, so that was fun. And here are some raffle winners. They weren't all raffle winners, but they wanted to be in the picture, which was good for us because they were crowding around our table. And that increased exposure because a lot of people came by to see what was going on. And we didn't really want to wait for people to come to us. So we improvised and decided to be more active at the event, and we decided to walk around with some business cards and some free products that we wanted to give away. And we encouraged people to take pictures with our products and post it on Instagram or Facebook, and maybe use some Majestic Pet hashtags. And lastly, Kelly mentioned about our photo booth, and that was supposed to be our most engaging idea. But when we were walking around, we found a pet owner who had a really photogenic dog named Hara. And Hara was so nice. And this is an example of what our photo would look like if the photo booth actually did come through. So instead, there would probably be a Majestic Pet logo in the background, and maybe the owner would be in the picture as well. But they would definitely be advertising some of the Majestic Pet products. And down here, where probably Tram created the banner where they watermarked Majestic Pet to claim ownership of the photo. So of course, the photo booth didn't actually go through, but they could definitely use it for future events. So overall, the event was really fun for all of us. We really did collaborate as a team and really did get to bond together as a team and with Majestic product as well. All right, so Alex is going to talk about our successes in our campaign.
Some of the things we kind of mentioned already, I'm going to go over. So because the program is going to be released early 2015, a lot of the material that we have created, it's ready for use, including Facebook posts, web content, and then for future events, the photo booth ideas, flyers, all that stuff is ready to go. And kind of like Zenda had already said, we could still consider the event a success because we were able to get a lot of raffle tickets and with names and contact information on them. We're still able, even though it's windy and people were kind of like all over the place, we're able to go out and bring traffic in or engage them elsewhere from the booth, and also we're able to both give and receive a lot of business contacts. So I'm going to be transferring off to Kelly.
All right, and then
Oh, sorry. And also we had originally thought that there was going to be about 30 groups there, and we got 12 signups, so it's about 40% of kind of what we thought that we would originally be getting. And now I'm going to be transferring off to Kelly.
all right, so where does Majestic Pet go from here? I mean, like Alex said, we have all like the direct mailers done, the consent form, the ideas for the photo booth, that's all ready to go. The banners been made as well. We have the Instagram posts, the website content that will be up in early January. We do recommend that they have one person solely working on this. That will help when it actually launches to create a good communication stream between the rescues and the company itself. And then also to keep using their current Facebook and Instagram page. We had talked about them in our original meeting about if they wanted to create a rescue rewards separate, but we all came to the idea that we should keep the one that they have. They have about 1,000 on Facebook and around 400 on Instagram, and we should use that community to build the program up. And then in the future, making up its own separate pages, or that could be an option. And then our last idea that we had was in the future, so right now our target audience is the rescues themselves. In the future, it could potentially be the adopters. So you need to rework a campaign around them. And an idea for a contest on Instagram, because the pet community on Instagram it's really huge. The dogs have pages. They have hundreds of thousands of followers. I've seen a lot of success with other companies doing contests on there. So this is my dog Zoe, and this would be an example of what could be done. So they'd have the product, and then they would post a picture and use our hashtag with their dog using the product. And then when they win, they can come into the office, and there's a photo studio in the back, and they can have their own photo session, get some free product, and then their dog could be featured in marketing in the future. And then me being like a pet owner, I would do this. So I think it could be a fun thing to continue on. So our experience, all in all, we learned a lot. It's a really fun semester. We learned that you need to expect the unexpected and be able to think quickly on your feet. And just because things don't go exactly how you wanted them to, that's okay, because it still was a good event. And then also with launch dates being extended, that's okay too. I mean, it was extended because it was a good thing. They have 5 times the amount of business this Christmas season as opposed to any year. So that was the reason that it was extended. So that's positive. So it can be a good thing. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Tran and Christy, for coming today. Really appreciate you being here, and thank you for all the meetings and helping us. We really learned a lot from you guys, and I hope you learned some things from us as well. And then thank you, Professor Ebino and Dr. Swanson, for giving us the opportunity to have Majestic Pet as a client.